Today I fucked up by peeing on my psychiatrist's couch. This whole post is embarrassing in many layers. Basically, I'm a 25F and I am partially, honestly, mostly, incontinent. I have to wear diapers to bed at night, and I have to wear them to work. I'm a nurse. During the day I can kinda control it, it's just like an extremely painful urgency and there is always some trickle. We are supposed to wear solid white scrubs at my facility. I'd thought that was a good idea, but I can't hide my diapers under them. Luckily management doesn't give a shit and I wear colored scrubs anyway. Well, State was in the building the other day and my bosses demanded I wear my proper uniform. Oh fuck, how am I going to get out of this one? So I decided it was time for regular underwear. I was terrified. Surprisingly, work goes fine and I don't piss myself. I work the night shift and had an appointment immediately with my psychiatrist afterwards. So I get there and I have to pee, but it's not urgent. He calls me back and I sit on his couch and we talk for about 30 minutes. Now, I love my psychiatrist. He's the most amazing doctor and person ever. He seriously calls me once or twice a week just to check up on me. Like what doctor does that? So he asked me, where do you get your resilience from? And inside I'm like elated / fluttery that I got such a compliment. Then, the urge hits. I was so focused on what he and I were talking about I did what I normally do, and just let loose. I forgot I wasn't wearing a fucking diaper. I peed all over his boat a day I fucked up a cloth couch in his office. It was beige too. White scrubs. We both realize what is happening and he went into full-on caregiver mode and tried not to make me feel bad about it. He said he would get it cleaned up and he got a jacket and wrapped it around my waist and walked me out to the car. Again, he goes above and beyond. I'm so mortified. I wanted the earth to swallow me. I don't ever want to go back. Too long didn't read. I usually wear diapers and forgot I wasn't wearing them during a psychiatrist appointment and peed myself and his couch. Agree with everyone here, it was a rough day but these things happen. My Crohn's disease has led to some embarrassing moments. Nick's leak-proof underwear really flipped a switch. Highly recommend. Okay, so I know this is a today I fucked up but goddamn I just gotta say I really admire your psychiatrist. I'm a therapist in a medical setting and I work with a lot of psychiatrists who don't give a damn. You really hit the jackpot with this one. Congratulations. Good on him for not being pissed off. Better than being pissed on, am I right? Every dad ever. Damn, I'm sorry I definitely know what this feels like. Before I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a couple years ago I was still in high school, 18, I did the same thing but in my high school counselor's office. And I was mortified. Counselor didn't know what to do either but she went to the lost and found to grab me a jacket to tie around my waist. Now I understand that one of the first signs of MS is incontinence. Man, it's my dirty little secret and something I shove way back in my mind. I remember running across the school to my car, and days later one of my friends told me they had to get rid of the chair in her office because a kid peed on it. Literally weeks before graduation. Moral of the story, high school ended the way it began and continued to be, shit. Today I fucked up by putting soda in my son's water bottle. My 8-year-old came home this Sunday afternoon with a soda can he got as a gift. He was bragging about it to his little sister who immediately took the bait and started whining about not having any soda, despite hating the taste of soda and never drinking it. Things were escalating quickly and we were in a hurry to go see Toy Story 4, so to spare me the impending fighting and negotiations I suggested we pour the soda into their water bottles so they could share it. Knowing my daughter wouldn't drink it, I just put one drop into hers and filled it up with watered down juice, and then the rest into my son's. My son was in on the deception. Yay, everyone was happy and we managed to get to the movie theater in time. The theater was packed but we find our seats and they have their bottles plus a bag of popcorn each. My daughter drinks her soda, happily giving it thumbs up but my son is so captured with the movie he forgets about his. About 30 minutes in he finally gets thirsty and grabs his bottle. This particular brand has a straw going down the bottle and a button at the top so that when you push the button the spout pops up and you drink. Boy, did I not think through the physics of that, despite actually being you know, a physicist. My son pushes the button, up flies the spout, and immediately a rocket stream of soda shoots through like a friggin' space shuttle hurtling into the air. The golden stream reaches at least 6 feet straight up, spraying everyone below on the descent. My son desperately tries to close the spout, but the pressure is too strong and the asshole bottle just keeps shooting the stream like an animated lightsaber. People in the crowd around were either panicked, angry or laughing, and when I realized what was happening, I jumped over to my son, grabbed the bottle, wrestled the spout down and managed to secure missile. When I look up, I see the mortified face of my son, who just sits there frozen still and absolutely soaking wet. Seeing the drops trickling from his hair, over his face and down his chin, I just lose it. I laugh so hard that I begin to cry, and I should get some sort of parenting award because he does not find any of this amusing, but the angrier he looks, the funnier it is to me. When I realize this is about to turn into an incident that will scar him for life, I get a grip, rip off my shirt and start to pat him down. Then I scrub the leather seats, armrests, etc., and make sure no one in the crowd is furious with us or in need of a tissue. Everything is sticky for the rest of the film, and my son keeps his head down, sunken into his seat. Occasionally I burst out cackling like a hyena, reliving the whole thing, and every time my son shoots me a killer look, but I try to accredit it to a joke in the movie. He wasn't buying it. After we get out of the theater, he makes me swear to never tell anyone, and so instead of calling my friends, I'm just telling Reddit. Too long didn't read. I put soda in my son's water bottle, and thanks to physics he ended up spraying it all over a movie theater, but mostly himself. Edit, thanks for the gold, kind stranger. I am embarrassingly happy about it. This is amazing. I'm going to the movie tonight around 6, but I fully regret not going to your show. Lol. My dad did the same thing to my sister and I when we were roughly the same ages as your kids. He thought it would be a treat to mix up some ginger ale and juice in one of those bottles, and put it in our lunches for the day. The horror. As you said, it's a powerful stream, and hard to get under control when you're a child. It covered a respectable portion of the classroom, and I ended up drenching the girl I had a crush on at the time. Luckily she saw the humor in it, but man, that was mortifying. My sister reported similar results. I don't think my dad was involved with our lunches for a while after that. As a teacher, I have, while standing in front of the class, opened my water bottle filled with seltzer and sprayed myself in the face. Good luck living that down. Did you watch the rest of the movie shirtless? Thankfully I had a decent, if not rather frumpy, tank top underneath. Soda spurts 6 feet in air. Man cackles like a hyena. Man rips off shirt and smothers son with it. Man is probably shirtless for rest of movie. Shirtless man keeps cackling every now and then. What does crowd do? Crowd just goes meh and continues watching the movie. What magical land is this? Have we reached Mars already? Today I fucked up by letting an innocent one slip out at work. Okay, this actually happened a few years back. It had my friends and family in stitches. They've been begging me for years to post my story online and I never found the time. But we are quarantined now, so here goes. So I'm at work one morning, standing in front of my computer screen at the front counter, when I feel a sharp pain in my bowels. Gas. No one was standing near me, so I let a silent one out. A few seconds later my heart skipped a beat as I realized this one was deadly and was gonna hang around for a while. I'd just like to add that coincidentally the gas company had technicians in for something the day before. I never asked why. The receptionist smells it and without delay rushes over to the GM's office and says, "Mike, I think the gas people screwed something up yesterday. There's a gas leak somewhere in the service department." Mike comes over, sniffing like a hunting dog, and says, "Oh my god," passing behind me, and then says, "Yeah, now I really smell it. There's an emergency exit door just to my right, and just to the right outside that door is the gas meter." He opens the door, starts smelling it, and says, I dunno, but I'm calling the gas company. Now I'm taking care of a parts customer. You know, business as usual, as if nothing's wrong. I ran downstairs to find a couple of windshield wipers for the customer. The parts guy was on the phone taking an order from a body shop, and let another one rip down there. then took my time coming up. As I was cashing the customer out, the parts guy goes downstairs to check availability of a couple of parts for the body shop. He runs back up and goes straight to the GM's office and says, "Oh my god Mike, the gas is leaking downstairs too." Now I've got the whole dealership running around in a panic. Suddenly Mike gets on the intercom and orders all staff and customers to exit the building until the gas people could arrive. By this time it's too late to spill the beans, no pun intended. Surely I'd get in trouble for not fessing up sooner. So the gas people arrive and check it and order everyone back in. I'm the first one in, of course, being the only one that was 100% sure it wasn't a gas leak. Mike proceeds to argue with the gas technicians, who by the time they arrived could smell nothing, for a good 10 minutes, insisting there had to be a leak somewhere and demanded they recheck everything. Phew. Too long didn't read, released a silent but deadly at work and the boss evacuated the whole building. Upvote for fart that literally cleared a building. Respect removed. When I was about 11 to 13, well, more like everyone else, suffered from gas so deadly and frequent, I had a standing permit at school to just leave the classroom at any time in order to vent. Man, I would have killed to have a fart pass. Breaking wind to get a break. Genius. Take my upvote for your awesome username. I had a similar event in junior high school tech class. Massive and silent eruption. Probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Fortunately, the stench cloud expanded so rapidly, its all-encompassing nature made it difficult to pinpoint ground zero, my ass. The teacher stopped class and asked if anyone needed to visit the nurse, as no healthy person could have created such a smell. As no one fessed up, why would I? The teacher turned on the sawdust/fume hoods above all the workbenches to ventilate the room. The teacher stopped class and asked if anyone needed to visit the nurse, as no healthy person could have created such a smell. Oh, man, I was laughing so hard it was a couple minutes before I could successfully give you the upvote you deserved. Bravo. I wonder if gas techs get this a lot. Sir, I'm not sure how to phrase this, but has anyone in the building been, gassy? A lot of times, these situations